Hey guys, it is Doug and I'm making a video on how to add variations to an existing Amazon listing. The reason I'm making this video is because in the beginning for me, I uploaded all of my best-selling designs, but I didn't add any variants. And I'm sure there's a way to fix it, but I could not add variants to those particular listings. So again, this video might not be for everybody. If you did it right the first time, then you probably don't need to worry about this. But just in case, if you have mugs or products from GearBubble imported into Amazon that you want to add variations to, this video is going to be for you. Now, a little bit of a preface, and I don't want to sound like a jerk, but I'm not Amazon support. So if this video does not, or if what I show you in this video does not work for you, I'm not going to be able to help you. But on that note, I called Amazon seller support and I actually talked to a person on the phone. It was only maybe a 15-minute call. They were very helpful and they walked me through the whole process. So I'm going to save you that time and I'm going to show you exactly what they showed to me. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open up your Amazon Seller Central inventory, okay? And you want to figure out which mugs or which mug you're going to want to add the variations to. So this particular mug right here, I'm not going to show it to you just out of my own, for my own privacy, of course. But this mug right here only has one variant. It's only black and it's only 11 ounce. So what I want to do is I want to add variations to this one. I want this to have an 11 ounce, a 15 ounce black and white version. So what you do, or at least what I'm going to do, is I go into GearBubble and I go to my drop shipping account. I then go to stores and then I find my Amazon store and I click new product. Once I get to these listings here, I search for the actual mug that I want to import. And once I find them, I just go ahead and upload them. I don't do anything special. I just upload them just like Don has shown you guys, just like everybody has shown you guys. And that was the white one. I want to upload now the 15 ounce white and black one, so I'm going to upload those as well. And if you've watched the course or if you've ever done this before, typically uploads from the time it uploads to the time it shows up on Amazon can range anywhere from 5 minutes to 30 minutes. But he actually says this can take up to 15 minutes to 3 hours. Thankfully, it doesn't take that long. But I've noticed them popping up. At least the listing, it doesn't completely populate the graphics yet, but I at least see the listing pop up within 5 minutes or so. It's not completely consolidated with images and everything like that, but at least the listing is there with a SKU and an ASIN, and those are the most important things that you need. So the next thing you're going to do while we're waiting for this to upload, we want to go into our Amazon account. Once you get into your Amazon account, you want to go to your inventory tab at the top, and you want to click Add Products via Upload. When you do that, you're going to get to this area here. Now, a lot of people would just do something like type in mug and they would find the mug and add that as their template. But what we're going to do is a little bit different. We're going to scroll down to file name right there, and we're going to choose this one. It says category specific inventory files. So I'm going to click that. A window is going to pop up and everything's in alphabetical order. So for mugs, for example, mugs are home and kitchen. That's their classification. So what I do is I scroll down till I see home decor, kitchen and garden, and I click that. And what it does is it downloads my template file. And this is what the template file is. Once it loads up, just click enable editing. And then I would just go ahead and save it as something. That way you don't lose it. But I'll save this to my desktop as mug upload template file, or mug upload template. That's what I'll name it. The first tab, there's a series of tabs. The first tab is the instructions. It actually kind of explains things to you. In my opinion, it doesn't explain things that great, but it does have an explanation. The second one talks about the restrictions of what kind of images to use and not to use. The data definitions explained, it's kind of like a glossary. It's going to explain to you what each item and title means in the template file itself. And then here we have template, and this is what you want to click on. This is the actual template. Now it's going to look overwhelming because as you scroll through here, there is a lot of information. Do not let yourself get overwhelmed. What I'm about to show you is very simple. About 99% of this stuff you're not even going to be looking at, maybe 95%. So what we're going to do now is, now that you have your template file, you want to go back to your Amazon seller account to see if those products have uploaded. Now they haven't completely finished uploading yet. You'll see that this one is still, it says no image available. It's incomplete as a status. It's just in the process of importing all of that information over. The thing that I also want to tell you too is you don't have to import a Gear Bubble product to make this work. If you have two mugs that you want to couple together within Amazon already, you can do this the exact same way. I'm just personally in the process of updating all of my variations, so I'm going to be importing a lot of the new variations from Gear Bubble into Amazon. So just keep that in mind. This also applies to just purely existing listings. If I wanted to couple this one and this one together, I can do it with this method. Okay, so the 3 mugs have been uploaded. Now there's only 3 because I already have one down here that I want to upload. But the 3 mugs have been uploaded, so now we're going to begin the process of creating an Amazon file. Now here's the fun part. You're going to be using these as references quite a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and split the screen here. So first thing first, what you need to do is you need to create a blank parent, okay? Because the other 4 mugs are all going to be children or childs to the parent, children to the parent. So for the very first one, template type home, seller SKU, you're actually going to make a SKU up. And I know it's going to sound a little weird, but just make one up. When I do something like that, when I make up a SKU, I do some kind of algorithm similar to my Facebook ad. So GB for Gear Bubble, hyphen, and I'll do a quick, maybe abbreviated way of what the mug is. So I'll say BOME, and then I'll hyphen it, and I'll go 1115 WB. And that just means Gear Bubble, the name of the mug, 11 to 15 ounces in white and black. That's how I do it. You don't have to do it that way, but it just makes it easier where I can very quickly browse and know what it means. For the external product ID, you're going to leave that blank. You're going to scroll over to item name, and you're just going to name it what you want it to be. And this is going to be the title. This is actually going to be the title of the product. Now you can always go back in and edit that, but for now, this is just going to be the item name. So I'm going to say, I'm going to put my item name there. I'm going to leave everything blank until I get to feed product type, and I'm going to click the drop down arrow here, and it's going to be kitchen. I'm going to scroll down a little bit more, and where it says item type, I'm also going to type in kitchen. It's not going to have a drop down for this one. So I'm going to type in kitchen there. For update, the update and delete, I'm going to take the drop down arrow, change this to update. Then what we have to do is scroll all the way to column CG, Charlie Gregory. So there's CG, variation, populate these attributes with the product that is available in different variations. So this particular line, which is the mug, the fake one that we made, this is going to be the parent. The parent SKU is blank because it does not need one because it is the parent. Relationship type is going to be blank. Variation theme, though, is where we want, if you only want to have a size variation, you would click size name. If you wanted to have a size name and color name, because I want to have 11 ounce black and white and 15 ounce black and white, I'm going to choose size name, color name for the variation theme. Once we have that set up, we're going to take our next steps. We're going to go back to the very first column, column A. We're now going to grab the next mug. Now keep in mind, we're going to be doing this with all 4 mugs, okay? We only uploaded 3, but we're going to be adding 4. So the first one I'm going to add is the black one, the very first one that I have already. So I'm going to find the mug. It's asking me for the item SKU. This is the item SKU. It says so right in the column there. I'm going to click it. I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to paste it in the very first column. The next thing it asks is the external product ID, and that's going to be the Amazon ASIN, and you'll see product name with an Amazon right there is the SIN. I'm going to find that. It's the number or the alphanumeric code right underneath the title of it. So I'm going to copy it. I'm going to paste. And this is where people get a little confused with this thing. If you drop down, there's no There's no area for ASIN. So all you're going to do is type it in capitals, ASIN, and that'll lock that in. We go back and we're going to, this time, for the item name, you want to name it exactly what the title is. If it's an existing listing in Amazon, you need to name it exactly what it's listed as. I don't know if it doesn't work otherwise, but I know that doing it this way works, and I can always go in and change the name later once I've updated it. So I'm going to go right in here. I'm going to copy and paste the name of the mug. Product description I'm going to leave blank because I've already done it. I already have a description that I'm going to copy in later, and I don't want to deal with putting it in an Excel file. For the product type, I'm going to choose kitchen again, and I'm essentially duplicating everything that I have put above it. So kitchen, this is going to be update. Make sure it is capital, or if there is a drop-down menu, make sure you just choose it that way. It's going to be a lot easier, trust me. Then what we're going to do is we're going to scroll back over to CG, and this time, this one is going to be the child. And the parent SKU is the SKU that we made in the very first column A, row 4. So we're going to copy that SKU, and we're going to paste it right there. Relationship type, we're going to select variation. And variation theme, we're going to choose size name, color name. Again, for the variation theme, only choose size name, color name if you have a size and color variation. So if you have an 11 ounce and 15 ounce mug in black and white, that would be a size name, color name. However, if you only have a black mug in 11 and 15 ounces, it needs to be just size name. Trust me on this, it'll save you a lot of grief. After that, we know that this is the 11 ounce black mug. So I'm going to scroll over to DK, column DK, color name, and on the second field, keep in mind, everything in that first row is going to be left blank other than the fields that I showed you. So in the second column, put black, leave the color map blank. For the size name, put 11 ounce. Now we're going to go back. We're going to add the second one. So now I want the 11 ounce, or I want the black 15 ounce one. So it's asking me for the SKU. There's the SKU. Paste, grab the ASIN, paste, type in ASIN, copy the exact same name that is listed on Amazon. This is going to be kitchen. This is also going to be kitchen. And this is going to be update. You can kind of see a starting trend here. We're going to go back. This is going to be child. The SKU is that one. You can just copy and paste it. The parent SKU will always be the same. Relationship type, we're going to click variation, size name, color name. And then we're going to go in. We know that's the 15 ounce black. So we go to DK. It's going to be black, 15 ounce. And for the sake of this video here, I'm going to pause it while I finish the other two. Okay. So we have done all the work. I've inputted all the SKUs that I needed to, all the ASINs that I needed to. I've gotten the title names done. I've gotten the feed product done. Gotten kitchen update. I'm going to scroll over to the parents and the children. And there's my child parent settings. Parent, child, 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 child. Parent SKU, all variations, and size name, color name. Do make sure the parent does have the variation theme selected. Scroll over to DK, and I made sure I had my black 11 ounce, black 15 ounce, white 11 ounce, white 15 ounce, and we're done. So all we got to do is just save it, and then we go back into the Amazon seller account. We click on inventory, add a product via upload, and then I click check and upload your inventory file. And if you want to check it, you can. I don't. Because now that I know how to do it, I click choose file. Make sure inventory files for non-media categories is selected. It is the default selection, but just make sure if it's not a media category, but it's a mug, so it's not. And we go and grab the mug upload template that I made, and I upload it. And once I do that, it's going to take a second. Here's my status of everything right here. It's going to say upload status request submitted, total number record 000. What it's going to do in about 5 minutes or so, it's going to update and let me know if they've completely updated the records. So I'm going to pause this and I'll come back as soon as it's done. Okay, so it looks like it uploaded, and I just want to point out I have a couple pages of failed attempts because I was trying to figure it all out. As you can see, it did not work. But this does say upload done, total number of records 5, because we have the parent and then the 4 variation childs or children. We have records processed successfully 5, records with warnings 5. Now you're most likely always going to get warnings. My thought process is as soon as this is uploaded into the Amazon inventory dashboard, I can very easily make all the modifications that I need to pictures, to descriptions, to keywords. So let's see what it did. If you remember previously, we had our inventory here and it had everything just kind of clustered together, no variants. If I refresh this, it should work. Yeah, so there we go. So there's the mug. I open it and there's all the variations. So if I click on the main product link with the main SKU that we made, yeah, so you'll see that it actually has the variants here. Now, I don't have the images uploaded yet, and this one's grayed out because it's currently still uploading. It's still listed as incomplete, so GearBubble's still working on it. But as soon as it's done processing and it's completely active, that 15 ounce will show up. So if now our customers can click 11 ounce or 15 ounce, or they can click black, 15 ounce black. So it's a really, really fantastic way to add variants. And ultimately, once you get a system down to actually make it happen and to do it, you can do each listing, like all variations, in about 5 minutes. It doesn't take that long. The only reason it took this long is because I was talking and trying to teach. So I hope that this made sense. I hope that this helps. Don, Rachel, if any of this is going to break GearBubble, please delete this video and slap my wrist and then banish me forever. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Like I said, I am not Amazon support, so if you're having trouble or getting error messages, I would love to be able to help you, but I can't. I just don't have that information. However, if you do a Google search for Amazon Seller Central phone number, give them a call. There's a series of numerical digits you need to put in to get to the right person, but should only take you a minute to get there, and then you'll hopefully be on the phone with somebody that's very helpful. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.